Thank you. It's July 1992, BC, before computer. Well, at least before internet and before mobile phone. I'd been in Japan for a few months, and my friend told me I could take an overnight ferry down south to Kyushu. So I looked at the possible destinations, and with the limited funds available, I selected Fukuoka. At only 3,000 yen. Hooray. I borrowed a bike. I hadn't actually been on a bike for several years, and I was most definitely out of shape. But I thought I could use my bike to ride around Fukuoka, maybe visit some temples, even ride out to the beach. I booked my ticket to Shinmoji. Those of you familiar with Fukuoka might have already spotted a problem. Anyways, we arrive at Shinmoji at about 5:30 in the morning, and I roll my bike off the ferry, fully expecting to see the city before me. But there are no big buildings. There's no main road. And there are no helpful road signs at all. Fukuoka's a big city, right? But this looks like the countryside. I look around for someone to help me, but everyone's busy packing up the ferry, moving out in their cars. What to do? I get on my bike and I pedal. Okay, I decide. I'll ride into town this way. I ride along looking for helpful road signs, but there are no helpful road signs at all. I'm looking out for someone to ask, but there are no people around at all. I pedal and I pedal until finally I see ahead a little gas station, and it looks like it's open. Hooray! I walk inside, and a startled man looks up at me as I say, in my best Japanese, "Fukuoka wa doko desu ka?" Where is Fukuoka? He looks with confusion out of the window. "Kuruma wa? Where's your car?" "Ah," I say, proud of my Japanese, "Kuruma nai. Jitensha desu." He laughs nervously and inquires, "Chizu wa?" Chizu. Wakaranai. He reaches down under his desk and he pulls out a big paper map. He lays it down and he shows me, "You are here. Here is Fukuoka City." He draws a line with his finger around a huge chunk of Kyushu. "Kore wa Fukuoka ken desu." Fukuoka ken. And slowly but surely it dawns on me. Fukuoka is not just the name of a city, it's the name of an entire prefecture. And Fukuoka Port, Shinmoji, is far, far away from Fukuoka City. The man gestures for me to come outside. He takes my bike and he puts it in the back of his truck, and we get inside, and we drive, I hope, to Fukuoka. But no, we get to a main road, and he stops and takes my bike out and says, "Fukuoka, masugu desu." Fukuoka is straight ahead. And I look up, and I see a road sign, and it says, "Fukuoka." And I think, yay, 87 kilometers. What to do? I get on my bike, and I pedal. Now, some of you may be unimpressed by an unplanned bicycle ride of 100 kilometers. But the truth is, I'd ridden about 15 or 20 kilometers in one day in my entire life. But honestly, the difficulty didn't really occur to me. I knew 87 kilometers was far, but I also knew it was the kind of distance that people could ride on bicycles. So I broke the 87 kilometers down into 10-kilometer chunks or 1-hour periods, and I made competitions with myself. If you ride the next 20 kilometers, you can get a chocolate bar. Come on, you can do the next 10 kilometers faster than the last one. Go, go. Another 10 kilometers, and you can get a drink. And slowly and steadily, I made my way to Fukuoka. And as I rode into the city much later that day, I felt a huge sense of achievement and exhilaration. I was hot. It was really hard. My head hurt. My butt hurt even more. But I did it. So, why could I do it? Well, when times are hard and things get tough, I often do 3 things. I recognize the problem, I break it down into stages, and I move through each step. Oh, and I think about how it will sound when I retell the story. As a bonus, I sometimes make up or choose a song to motivate me along the way. And these 3 or 4 strategies, coupled with a large dose of positivity, shaped my ability to be able to call on my resilience. And I believe these skills can be taught. So, bringing us back to the right now, 30 years on from my trip to Fukuoka, I am head of a bilingual elementary school, kindergarten, and daycare. Not only am I the head, but I actually own the school, which seems crazy to me sometimes, actually most times. I started my first classroom for children, as you heard, 20 years ago with a very small investment. Of course, as a small school, we have faced our own tests of resilience time and time again. But each time, we've broken it down into steps. We've moved through the steps. We've worked together. We've had a really good time. We haven't always told the story. So, we have an excellent team and a thriving community of 200 wonderful children with so many ideas, such creativity, and such promise. And we are able to offer those children the opportunities to experience adventures, a broad curriculum that includes building resilience training. We give them a variety of experiences. Experiences like this. Plan a hike. Work out possible routes. Think about what you'll need to take. What will you do if somebody gets sick or injured? How are you going to motivate students who find it hard? Do the hike. Self-reflect. How did you do? Here are our first graders, partway through their hike. You can guess what we're singing, right? The only way is up, baby. They did 13 kilometers that day. And they lived to tell the tale to their parents, and they self-assessed their performance. So, plan a presentation. Here are some of our kids making a Pechakucha presentation at Konan University Business School, part of a lineup including adults and university students, with an audience much like you. What a challenge. They were the youngest children ever to do so at this location. And they did a great job. And guess what? They did so without any notes whatsoever. What a great achievement. What a chance to build resilience. And here's our school farm. It gives lots of opportunities to build resilience. But recently, it has given more than we bargained for. In October last year, we received the sudden news that we wouldn't be able to use the farm anymore from the very next day. We had vegetables in the ground, we had plans for the next term or so, and we went there every Wednesday. What to do? Well, first, we let the students experience that, the shock of losing our farm, the shock that comes with a sudden change of circumstances we'd not planned for. We often try to shield us children from bad news, but while we didn't pretend it wasn't sad, we tried to focus on the what's next. We were close to the mountains. There were many more farms nearby. We faced the problem. We broke it down into chunks, and we worked through. And we had fun brainstorming ideas for things to do instead. We started to grow plants and vegetables on the school balcony, kind of urban farm. We planned different kinds of outdoor activities. Trash pickups, more hikes, of course. A mushroom hunt in a mountain park, with members of the public helping us. We harvested bamboo. Chopping down bamboo is great fun. And we made bamboo crafts. So the Wednesday farming program became a wider outdoor program. We reached out to Kobe City's land department. They'd just started developing the Satoyama, the mountain valley area near our school, as a shared community outdoor resource. So we asked if we could borrow it every Wednesday morning. We negotiated with our previous farm owners to pull the vegetables we'd planted. And here's an activity in December where the children harvested all the vegetables, learned to build a fire outside, parents thanked us for that one, prepared the vegetables and cooked a soup. So out of the disappointment came a new opportunity for more outdoor activities with more community involvement. These are valuable resilience-building activities on their own, but they also act as an example. When these children in the future meet a challenge, when they lose something important to them, they can draw on their experience of the time we suddenly lost the school farm. We identified the problem, we broke it down into steps, and we had fun working on fixes, and then we retold the stories. Because experiences of resilience can be shared too, and experiences of resilience help us build a response to challenge that is automatic as our response to meeting a closed door. We just reach out and open it. But that's how we get better at resilience. We learn from our own challenges and those of others. We learn to face the problem, you know, right? Break it down into steps, work through the steps, channel our positivity, and tell the tale. Practice, positivity, reflection, sharing leads to change. So, I challenge you here today, now, to think of an area in your life where you can make a change. Do something you may have been avoiding. Maybe make a contribution, however small or big, to your community. Or stand up if you see something that's wrong and start to make a plan for change. And then share your success and progress in meeting that challenge with your family, friends, and your children if you have them. And those around you can bask in your resilience and learn from it too. And slowly and steadily, we can build the resilience of the younger generation along with our own, so that they can be ready and we can be ready to meet the change, to lead the change, to be the change makers that the world and Japan really needs. Build resilience, lead change. We can all play a part. Thank you.